Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Career Mode episode number 76. We're at Paris-Nice, but also Tirreno Adriatico. I believe the Tirreno Adriatico has been canceled, as most events within Italy have been suffering the same fate. Paris-Nice, though, has been going on as scheduled, and this year, Stage 1 had an interesting start to it. Little cobble climb right at the end, and Quintana ended up winning over Sagan. It was definitely a climb, though. It was not just a cobbled section, so it makes a little bit of sense, anyway, that Quintana would be capable of pulling off such a feat under those circumstances. But meanwhile, we take stage 4 of Paris-Nice on first stage that involves any chance to open up the timings a little bit. Gaviria in the race lead. It's all sprinters at the top of the standings, and that should begin to change this time out. You can see we've got 3 Category 3 climbs and then a Category 2 just before the end, 10 kilometers before the finish. It's short, but it's very steep towards the end of that, and it's going to give a chance for some punchers to open up a bit of a gap. But with 10k to go after, and definitely not all descending, I certainly expect it to be a small group at the finish, and definitely not anything solo. But with that action taking place very late in the stage, there's nothing to watch until then, so let's go ahead and skip to those later points. Circumstances have dictated a couple choices in this race. Of course, my main objective is the top 5 overall, but I have been putting some effort. What's going on? Why is it taking you so long to get back up here? Sent him back to get water. Anyway, had a chance, had an opportunity to do something regarding the KOM competition, as there has not been but a couple little minor climbs through the first 3 stages of this race, and the jersey is very much up for grabs. So when the initial breakaway was caught at about the 40% mark, never really getting out to any sort of lead, and those handful of riders being pulled back in, I sent Peterson into the break. It was a group of 5, and they were chased pretty hard as we're getting close to the top here, and to the point where before that last Category 3 climb, it was actually caught, and then it was an easy sort of finish where Logan Owen actually ended up picking up max points. And with the 2 points over the top here, Logan Owen actually just moved himself into the current KOM lead, and we've got another climb coming up here right away. So if he can grab first or second over the top, he should have KOM lead tomorrow. Meanwhile, Peloton, everybody's finally got their water. Peterson not fully recovered. The other guy's a little bit tired here as we head towards the end. The Category 2 climb is the one really to worry about. But Owen, a little bit of recovery happening here, but we're only 2k from the top, so I'm not going to worry about these guys trying to attack me here. As you can see, they're already beginning to. But at 1.2k, I think they're going to end up burning themselves out, and sure enough, Barth going backwards, Owen catching up. Can we get there, though? Not quite, but he'll get second again, and that makes him and Schmidt even on points right now. It's not a bad place to be. Category 2 coming up. There's a chance that we could recover into that one. Let's give ourselves something to contribute. There we go. Meanwhile, these guys are up and over the top, and so they will recover as well. Anyway, the breakaway has not been a favorable thing to the field, though. This is the first time that they've allowed even a 2-minute gap at any point today. Pedersen's group was chased to the point where they were crumbling after just 20-30K off the front because of the pace that they had to maintain to stay 1 minute in front of the group. That fall could be impactful on the race, but here is Owen now, and yeah, we're seeing a little acceleration here.
There's an attack in the leading group. Some riders were not giving it their all.
With Schmidt gonna waste some energy to
The pack is putting the squeeze on the breakaway.
get away. Barth is pretty weak in comparison. There is a time second bonus here, and Owen can easily pick up 2. Or 1. Well, 1 second for Owen. Makes a difference. Puts him at 14, so even finishing in the group. $5K to the top of the Category 2 climb. And I'm going to have to actually focus my attention as we ride through the barriers. Oops. There we go. We're catching Verts Schmidt here. I would happily ride away, but 3K to go. Wonder if I can just leave these guys behind. And nope.
None of the favorites is giving an inch.
We're going to make sure nothing happens here. 93. It looks like most of the peloton is just going to cruise through this stage, but that could change very quickly.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
1.8. 0.6. That one's a little better climber than these guys.
And he spurts away from the group. He's going for victory.
800 meters. And don't have the energy to attack this, so we're going to just try to sit on as best we can. This time Barth is at the front. That's not as bad if we can leave Verts Schmidt behind. Barth did not pick up very many points. Second over the top here. So Logan Owen, there you go. Logan Owen has 13 points. Schmidt has 11. Barth has 9. That will give Logan Owen the lead in the KOM. Meanwhile, here is the field. And these little efforts, Owen's actually caught. We're going to put Owen on the back of the group. We're going to put Gottwald and Mater, best combo climbers. Let's see, Peterson has the sprint, so maybe I'll put Peterson back there. And Daniel, start the acceleration. We're going to have to give a little chase here to Owen's group.
Counterattack by Romain Bardet.
The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace. And there's an attack at the front. He could go all the way.
Okay, we are seeing some splits. We are definitely seeing some splits here. And this is the place where it's really going to take place. Mater, you're supposed to be following Barta. Where is Barta? Barta is here. But is that who I actually wanted to follow? Yes. Daniel, you're going to go 99. Where is Owen now? Owen has made it to the back. Take the ride. You've got that 1 second bonus. There's the 3 riders that were away. Verts Schmidt, Yates, Cosnefroy. We're with Bernal. Barth and Schachman are the ones here. And with 5K to go, Let's use everyone's gel. And Daniel, don't get cut off. There you go. Another little downhill. Come on, Daniel. Keep it in some space here. Okay, he's done. And we're going to start sprinting with these guys. We're not sprinters anyway, so give us what little speed you can. And here's Ackerman. So 33 riders, yes. Different matter, 1.9K. You're just going to switch into this mode. Mater, give me your sprint. Trying to lead out. There we go. Gottwald, give me your sprint. We're up to the front. We've caught Schachmann. And Pedersen is my sprinter. And now we go sprint all. Pedersen is going to be the quickest. Not that he's quick. You can already see green jersey wear going ahead, but we'll get third. Gottwald's going to get third, so he's going to get 4 seconds. Alaphilippe takes the win. Ackerman second, but Gottwald hangs on to third. Pedersen fourth. Mater fifth, so a 3-4-5 in the stage. Small group, 33 riders here. Gaps definitely behind us. There's a big gap right there. There's one rider. There's the next group. Those guys lost a minute. There's the next group at almost 2 minutes behind. Game, don't screw this up. Definite gaps. Classified hills stage. Should definitely see a gap after the first 33 riders. Good team effort to have that many guys right there. But none of us have enough sprint to beat out the actual sprinters around us. So same time at the front. 3-4-5. Gottwald gets that bonus time. Come on. Let's see that split after 33. No split after 33. There's a split at least after 53. To a minute 35. Okay, it was more like a minute 55 is what I saw, but second group gets same time as the lead group, even though they were over a minute behind. At least one of the groups were split. Unfortunate though that it keeps a lot of guys in on the same time, like Barth shouldn't be there. Gottwald only gains 2 seconds. It's smaller gaps. To look at what the race finish timing is, but Ackerman in the lead. Jamar 5 seconds behind. Alaphilippe 11 behind. Lawrence DePluce has also gained time. Verts Schmidt gained time on the sprint point. So did Barth. Gottwald got, it looks like 2 seconds for third, not 4. Logan Owen also gained 1 second. So that puts us in 7th and 8th right now. And there you go. 52 riders still in contention. We will have the KOM leader here. That's good. And we're halfway through Pyrenees. 50K to go in Stage 2 of Tirreno Adriatico. Stage 1 was a sprint stage, quick sim. And even though Philipsen is here, Philipsen only managed to get 6th in that first stage. Garfield now going backwards. And the pace has been really hot throughout this race. Enough so that we just pulled in the breakaway just a moment ago. Niels Pollitt working hard at the front. Heavy pace. We've got a sprint point coming up. 5K away. It does come with a 3-second bonus. And points that Philipsen might be up for, but for this one, it's kind of iffy. Do I want Evenepoel? Do I want Philipsen? Who do I want going for it? Well, it's pretty tired. Maybe Van Barl. He's got a little bit of a sprint to him. Let's start easing our way forward with Van Barl. 3.4k. Groenewegen in tow. That's not a good sign. DeWolf, Ewan both looking. 2k to go. I think the sprinters are going to actually contest this. The uphill could help us. Oh, Ewan. Yeah. Go ahead and sit up. Go ahead and sit up. 3 sprinters went for it. Relax, relax. Garfield, let's put you on auto as he's been dropped. 85 left in the peloton. And, oh, Van Barl. Okay, they caught you. Go ahead and recover your position here. Meanwhile, the pace is definitely doing a number on the field. Dionigi is going to be the latest to get dropped here. Felci also going backwards. And there we go. That is 41 left. Felci, downhill section here. He'll recover a little bit. And that means, Van Barl, you're going to protect Philipsen. Philipsen has a chance. If he can get over this Category 2 climb, he can win the stage. So I protect him. But for the overall, it's really down to Evenepoel and McNulty.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind. A rider is down.
Which means that Felci needs to be protecting Evenepoel, not... No.
Counter-attack.
What the heck? Right click, protect. Yeah? Yeah. Right? Okay, Felci. What? Come on, game. Protect. Wow. Well, that was ridiculous. 41 riders. This is a good chance to actually turn this into a climber's stage. It's coming back together a bit. Do I want to turn it into something like that? 3.7k. Really limit the size of the group for the final climb. I don't know how much we'll limit it, though. I think I'd rather take my chances with Philipsen for the stage than try to turn it into a climber's stage. It's too short, 3k to go. Caruso deciding they wanted to turn it into something like a climber stage. Felci. Oh, there's Felci. Alright. So 4 riders. Van Barl is going to go first. I want Philipsen at the back behind Evenepoel. Evenepoel followed McNulty. McNulty still in some really nice race day condition. And Van Barl, we're going to use your gel. And we need to up the tempo, nullify the attack, which we have done. .35 in the group. Pushing 85. Just put some steady tempo into this last 1K. Thins the group out a little bit further. 25 now. We go over the top first. Van Barl, 5 points with Tosh Vandersand leading the early KOM, and I'll just keep him working at the front. He doesn't need to recover here. I've got McNulty, Evenepoel, and Philipsen for the final climb. Now, here is Caruso, so we'll try to just sit on. Recover a little bit. He's still helping the team here while they are recovering. And he's holding his position. If they accelerate and that red bar starts to go, we just turn to McNulty with 26k to go. It's a long distance still to cover, but almost all of it is this downhill. And you can see with our group of 25, no one's really coming back at us at this point, though 4 riders look like they might make contact now. 9 riders but they're keeping the distance relatively the same on this downhill. Case Bull with a fall. He's already way towards the back. Van Barle has recovered, so this is good. And McNulty, Vetapol, Philipson, all at full strength. 16K to go. Profile to the end. A little more downhill, then a little uphill. It's not much of an uphill. Descend again some more, and then we'll gradually go up before we actually hit the climb and hit it hard. Then it's not finished yet, category 3, and then you got the uphill. Here's the little false flat, and then we'll descend some more. Then we go into that gradual uphill, evens out, and then that's the climb. That's where we take off with McNulty at the base of the category 3. Tack it hard for Evenepoel and Philipson. I would like both of them at the finish. 33 in the group, so the 9 riders made contact with us, or at least 8 of them did. Here's the first little piece of the climb, but here's where it levels out a bit. We're going to wait till after this to hit this thing. And speaking of, let's get McNulty ready. 8.5K to go. Bedial, Mohoric at the front. 31 riders, it's thinning out a little bit. McNulty, where did you go? Come on, don't lose the wheel now. Okay, I think, yeah, right around this corner you can see it coming up. Left-hander, then it's going to go up slightly after. Van Barle, there's the acceleration to get to the front. McNulty's gel has kicked in. We'll get Evenepoel's. We'll wait for Philipson's just a little bit. We'll get him down to about 4.5K, I think, before we use his. Oss, Lutsenko, both trying to attack, but they're not even making it off the front. Lutsenko's about to, though. Unfortunately, McNulty's gel just expired, but he still is in good position considering where he's been going. We're going to catch these guys in a moment. They're all going too hard too early. Now it's 1K to go to the top, 3K overall. So McNulty, now's your time. Philipson is struggling to keep the pace though, so we don't want to do it too much damage because Philipson can absolutely win this thing. 2K to go. McNulty, let these guys get a little recovery now. 1.4, so McNulty, you're sprinting. Evenepoel, you're sprinting. Philipson sprinting. Can McNulty hang on? No, it's Philipson. But it's going to be McNulty in second. And Evenepoel third. Oh, yeah! A 1-2-3. Philipson with the sprint win. McNulty gets second. Evenepoel third. Just ahead of Simon Yates. Mohoric, Lutsenko, Ewan is there. And yet we outsprinted him. He had trouble. I don't think he had much energy left. Just 22 riders in the front group as well. So that thins the field considerably. But man, oh man, does that put us into a strong position at this point. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3. McNulty, red bar was all used up, but he had some yellow left. Evenepoel, we saved him. I wanted to make sure he didn't get dropped and get used up, so that's why he still had energy left. Of course, not much of a sprinter, so it's going to take a little longer to burn through that. Philipson, we did just enough pace to get him over the top in the right position and still have a bit of energy. His sprint downhill, kind of. They're late, 1 degree downhill. So we knew he could sprint a little further out, but he didn't have a whole lot of energy, so I think 900 meters was just about right. He had maybe 20 meters left in him before that energy would have been gone. The other guys went a little bit early, but Philipson just flew. And then McNulty and Evenepoel hang on to a 2-3. I will take that. Yeah, enjoy the headline on this one.
Now for the race highlights.
There it is, Decathlon Gamer Racing dominant. Same time, just for 23 riders, Van Barl coming in all alone, and the group that came in a ways behind him end up same time. Van Barl was riding solo. Not a big deal, though, and that's a 2-minute gap, so those guys are already out of contention. Philipsen now in the race lead. Jakobsen is still around. McNulty is third. Ewan 10 seconds behind in fourth. Both of those two, possibly Philipsen, all likely to lose time, which then gives us McNulty and Evenepoel right at the top of the standings. Michael Matthews also one who could easily lose time. And then your contenders start at 21 behind. So 8 behind Evenepoel, 12 behind McNulty. And there's the names. And then our 23 contenders. Most of those are actual contenders. Most of those guys are the climbers. Right here are your sprinters in this group. Philipsen now leads the points classification. McNulty leads the KOM. Philipsen leads the under 25. We lead the team classification. Good race. Good race so far. Plenty to go though. It's still early days. This now takes us into stage 5 of Paris-Nice. Classified flat. Not totally flat though. I'm tempted to quick sim. A little bit afraid to quick sim, but I'm going to take my chances. It's sponsor objective. It makes me nervous. But it's classified flat. And all of these guys are capable of getting over a couple of hills. Right? I'll let you stay with me to see if my judgment is correct. Yeah, sprinters win. Everybody same time. Down to Volgren, Dombrowski. Mather lost time. That's not a big deal. So yeah, we're fine. Alright, this will take us into the next day. So 6 of 8 for Paris-Nice, and we'll be heading into 3 of 7 for Adriatico. On that last stage here for Treno Adriatico. Oh, sorry. Paris-Nice. Oh man, it's hard to run 2 races at the same time. The last Paris-Nice stage. Stage 5. There was a little crash. 40, 50k before the end. Those riders never made it back to the field. It included Tom Dumoulin. Dumoulin lost 2 minutes on that last stage. And so, Dumoulin right now is in the breakaway. A breakaway which had a near 5-minute lead. A breakaway that included Logan Owen a while ago. Speaking of Logan Owen, I want to get you after this Category 2 to go get water if he still has the energy to do so. Logan Owen was one of 9 riders in the break. Dumoulin ended up going for the KOM points, and like as if we were going to beat him. So we actually ended up crossing the line for 4th. So Owen claimed 0 points on the KOM, but he did claim 3 seconds at the sprint point. And then as soon as he did that, I just sat up and came back to the field. One rider had been dropped and never came back, and that's why we have a breakaway now of 7 riders as it starts to split. Owen still has the lead in the KOM for now. Deplus, Calmejean both at 12 now, Schmidt at 11, and a whole bunch of guys at 8-9 points. Very skinny road here. And there's definitely some fatigue setting in as we go over the top. But this should keep the field together, so we didn't have to work too hard on that. These guys should recover. Daniel Mader at the moment are off the back, but I don't think it's going to stay like that. To expect that this will come back together. It'd be nice if it's just this group making contact and the others don't make it back. That would cut us down to 85. Got a Category 3 and a Category 1, and then a little climb to the finish. Short and steep. And there you go, it's back together. And then some. We're up to 1,700 riders. Okay, now it's starting to go the other way. The pace is starting to leave some of the tired riders behind. And this is where I need to do something about getting water one final time. Let's send Daniel to do it. Owen, you're going to protect Mater while he does that. 98 riders now, 95 riders. It's continuing to thin out further. Ooh, big crash. Big crash.
Obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group. It looks like the pack has bitten the dust collectively, but the riders would seem to be okay to
Come on, Daniel. Little acceleration here. Move up. You're not moving up. Not moving up.
The Entente in the escape group is far from cordial. There are a couple of riders who want to go it alone.
7 riders still 250 away. And with almost 2-minute gap to Moulin in the standings, this could be a real problem. Daniel's tired, but we're done climbing for now. 78 riders chasing 7, but it's a 3-minute gap. Moulin should not be able to pull this gap out that much on his own. My hopes for a top 5 could fade a little bit if that group does take the win. So I need to check here in a moment and see, as we're down to Jess Peterson now on the water. Come on, Daniel. Come on, Daniel. There we go. Okay. Job done. He's going to go back to protecting Mater for a moment. And then we're going to take a look. There we go. Figueiredo, minute 58. And Guerrero, minute 58. Moulin, minute 58. Soler, minute 58. Volgren further behind. So minute 58. We need to get this back under 2 minutes. And that's not going to be easy. There's more than just one good climber there. But it's back down to 230 now. 72 in the peloton. Clearly the fatigue is starting to set in. Daniel, Owen haven't faded yet, but they certainly are going to. That means we're going to need to start condensing things down a little bit. Breakaway splitting apart, but I think that's the points classification they decided they wanted to ride for it this time. They didn't last time going through. But before the climb, already being split is a really good sign. Here we go, on to the Category 1 climb. And we're going to need to set this to about an 88. We're a little far back for my liking. I'd rather have everyone up there by Owen. But we'll be okay for a little bit.
It's in such percentages that the
Oh, it's a skinny road. Oh, this could hurt us. Okay, Daniel, Owen. You guys are going backwards. Let's get you out of the mix. And we need who is not protected anymore. It's Mater, that's fine. I'd rather have Mather be the one who's not protected, so Barta, protect Mater. There's plenty of time to bring this back together after we go over the top, because I do not have the best pure climbers at this race. Barta now is beginning to fade. And there's the gap. Is that that's the finish line, isn't it? It is. Okay. So the climb we're on right now, we're coming back to it a second time, but we stopped. That's the finish line right there. And here's where the big thinning out is happening. Just 34 riders left here. And just a minute 20 to the riders at the front. That's excellent for us. Peterson now is fading. Still hasn't lost contact though. Pace beginning to slow a little bit. And now he and Kumbaud go out the back. Kumbaud was in the break. So we caught him. 5 riders left away, and it's Dumoulin pulling away from Soler, Valgren, Calmejan, and Guerrero. Makes perfect sense. That is the exact quality of those riders. And as much as I diss on Dumoulin on this channel, you know, you've heard it before. It's not shocking. He's absolutely the strongest of those climbers. Soler, Valgren are pretty good. Calmejan and Guerrero are close to them in quality, but none of them are close to Dumoulin. As much as I say he's not among the best climbers in the world, he's very close to among the best climbers. It's just that not quite there. That's usually my thing. So Mather, you need to protect Gottwald. So use your gel. Still have 3K to go to the top. Brian Marita, still 4 riders at the front. Conrad slipping back. Colbrelli starting to slip back. How is he still here? Well, he's not going to be here much longer. Looks like Rodriguez is going. Lopez struggling, though. Mataway is the one doing good. Here's Yates giving a little attack, possibly. There's our leaders. No, he's just pulling for to kind of quick step. Ackerman's still here, but he's starting to fade. 1.1K. 22 riders in the group. And Mather's going out the back. Mather's about to go out the back. Gottwald hanging on. There's an acceleration happening.
And it's a swift acceleration by Maximilian Schachmann.
Galopan's trying to bridge it. Gottwald's been caught out by it. Mather's still here? No, Mather's been dropped as well. Mather's been dropped. This is really bad for our chances of a top 5 finish. We're down to 3 riders at the front. 5 chasing. Alaphilippe goes punchy over the top. Joins Dumoulin. So does Max Schachmann. And then Fulsang, Latour, Mataway, Gaudu, and Kwiatkowski. Mataway was riding at the front. He was not supposed to be in the position he is in. But these guys are all long gone. There's Mather. There's Mather with Shani Moscon, who, oh my goodness, when is that guy going to get a lifetime ban? Seriously. Race was he in? Regardless of the race, he recently, about a week and a half ago, got... Oh, Kwiatkowski. That was Kwiatkowski down. He fell. He's one of the best descenders in the world. What happened? 15K to go. We've got a decent chance of catching these guys in front of us. Mather's not far behind. It would be nice if he is part of that. We've got a pretty long descent here to make something happen. Gottwald, though, we're going to save him for that last little push at the end. Overall, we're less than a minute behind. Top 5 is very much still a possibility, but it's looking a little less likely at the moment. But there's our group of 4 just ahead of us. Now, group of 3 with a 1 and a 1, and yeah, they're all split up all over the place. But those guys are working and not recovering, so it's 7 total riders ahead. They're back into 2 riders and 5 riders now. Daniel's fallen.
What's going on? Several riders are
Most riders are not recovering. You can see it. Mather's not recovering. Mather not recovering. And now we're just 7 seconds behind Fulsang, Mataway, Latour, Gaudu, and Dumoulin is the one dropped from the front group. And we've made contact. Now it's just 2 riders at the front, and it's 5.4K. Those guys, those 5, are going to be pretty tired. Oh, we're sitting up, though. Are we sitting up? Cosnefroy, Galopan, how much pace are you giving us? 4.8. Oh, they're sitting up big time. Yeah, the gap's really opening up. Gap is really opening up. I'm going to try to put a herding in this group, see if I can leave them behind. Big gap opening up, and then now we need to sit, though.
Oh my, that's a spectacular fall.
Is it too early? I opened up a 40-second gap. Here we go. Turning back onto the road we were already on. Gottwald, 1.6K.
With percentages above 10%.
1.3K. There's Shockman. 24 seconds ahead of the chasing group. 1K to go. We're going to catch Shockman. Sit on for a second. Alaphilippe has won the stage. We've been caught, but we're here. We're here. This is beautiful. 400 meters. Gottwald for third or not. So close. I don't think we've got it. Maybe. Yes, he does. He gets third. Okay, Alaphilippe wins. He's got a good time gap. Alaphilippe could be the winner of this race now. Full song. We catch up to him. He takes second. Or we just about catch him? Gottwald claims third just ahead of Gaudu and Bardet. Excellent finish there. Pinot, Latour, Yates. We do recover. We do get back in it. We didn't freak out. Dumoulin actually ends up just 13th because those guys put in so much effort. Shockman, same. Drops to 12th. Matouet had finished 9th. Kwiatkowski recovers from his crash and claims 10th. Heck of a ride there. Volgren, Kalmajan, breakaway rider, slipped to 16-17. Soler slips to 20th. They certainly benefited from their breakaway, but they're still around. The standings are going to be an interesting one. Looks like timing-wise, there was 1 away and then 11 chasing and then gaps open. Gottwald's got to be in a strong position at this point. He was 6th at 21 seconds already. He'll get a little time bonus for third. It's 2 seconds. Yeah, 6, 4, and 2 for first, second, third.
And here are a few of the key moments.
Alaphilippe's got to be race leader. I think that's going to be very clear. Oh yeah, this is a big gap. So Alaphilippe into the race lead, but we need top 5, not to win. And I definitely don't have a team to win this thing. We're not competing with Alaphilippe, who won by a minute 52. But full song, we do get same time, and it is a group of 11 before it then goes to 2:27. That's not that big of a gap, but another half minute. Dumoulin was already 2 minutes behind. Millard with him. And then Carapaz. Wow, Carapaz losing time. Okay. This is good. This is good. This has got to put us in a strong position here. How strong, though? Let's find out. Alaphilippe in the race lead. Gottwald and Fuglsang tied. Both on the podium. Second and third. 2-minute gap. But then it's 2:04. Kwiatkowski recovered and gets into that group and gets same time. Matouet, Shockman, Bardet, Gaudu, Pinot, Adam Yates, Latour, and Haig all here. That is a heck of a group. And we are 4 seconds clear of it. We got to make sure in the last 2 stages we do not lose any time, and we will absolutely have a top 5. Got to take time bonuses into account, but even if 2 of these guys claim some sort of time bonus, there's a first and a second is 6 and 4. So we'd fall behind Kwiatkowski if he won. Matouet would be equal on us, and we'd still be a 3-4-5. Owen slips away from the K-Web, and that's fine. Gottwald has the under 25s, so he'll at least have a jersey. And as a team, we are 5th. Not bad. Not bad. 2 stages to go, though. Tirreno stage 3 was another sprint stage. Quick sim. It was 4th place for Philipsen on that. Now stage 4. It's a tough one. They're calling it a sprint stage, which is going to make it harder to get gaps, but that is a lot of climbing. It's 2 climbs back and forth. 3.5K, 5%, and 2K, 8.5%. That is a lot of climbing for a quote-unquote sprint stage. I think Phillipson's going to have a hard time hanging on to the lead, but I think McNulty could very well end up the race leader or Evenepoel by the end of the stage. But that's all the time that I have for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and cut it off there. We'll be hopefully finishing up Paris-Nice and Treno Adriatico next time. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. As a team, still looking good. Bye for now.